Marketing has changed so much recently, and if you're still doing the old way, your business will be left behind. And in this video, I'm going to take you through the difference between the old digital marketing and the new current marketing using AI and the right systems and tools. I'll break it down for you nice and simple so you understand the difference and how you can start to implement the new marketing way for your business. So let's start off by just breaking down what the old marketing pretty much involves. And this is going to be a few different things. We're going to start off with, it's just when you conduct manual market research. This is when, you're doing all of your research online, trying to figure out the market, what they like, what they don't like. And then you're having to then summarize all of that into a way where you can create marketing, advertisement catered towards that audience. Now, another thing you usually do is you have to come up with copywriting manually. So this is when, based on the research, you're then able to cater specific copywriting techniques towards that audience based on what you found out about them. After that, you usually design your creatives to be in line with messaging. Now, this could be paid ads, this could be your organic content marketing. You will then start to create images and videos based on the research you've done and you coming up with the copywriting and then making sure it's all in line together in your content. Now, after that, you usually start to create multiple variations, especially in paid ads. This is where you will start and launch one image or video, depending on what it is, and then you will make another few variations to see which one will work best. Now, this is something that is still relevant, however, there's much better ways to do it. And after that, you manually optimize. So this is where you start to reflect on the results, whether it be daily or every few days, and see what's working and what's not. And then you manually optimize and make those changes according to the results that you're seeing. Now, this is exactly how the cycle will be run in the old traditional marketing way. So like I mentioned, you conduct your market research and you gather the data. You then will develop your copywriting and create the ads using what you've figured out and found out in the research. Then you design your creatives and produce the visuals that match the message, create variations and generate different versions of the ads or the organic content. Then you manually optimize and adjust the ads based on performance. This is the way that we are all familiar with in the digital marketing age over the past few years. However, very recently there has been huge changes with AI, with technology, with the way we should be approaching our businesses and our marketing techniques. And this is what's going to get you to that next level to scale your business and to stand out from your competitors. A lot of people are starting to adopt all of these AI techniques that I'll run you through in a second. And if you don't start to do that now and change your marketing approach, you're going to feel the difference and start to get left behind. Even the world's biggest media like Meta and Facebook ads and also Google have pretty much all openly said that AI for their advertising platforms is the way forward. So you need to start to catch on to that. They're going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you in your paid ads. And you need to be on top of that and work out the best way to approach it and utilizing other tools to get the best result possible for your business. So let's take you through the new marketing way. This is where you use the right prompts and AI LLMs like ChatGPT to conduct the research for you. So now with deep research in pretty much most of the main AI big platforms, you can ask it to deep research for you. So you give it your customer avatar, you give your product or service, and you get the AI to do all of the research for you rather than you having to manually go through all the different articles online and the surveys and everything like that. It can literally do it for you. You give it the right prompt and then you give it a few minutes and it'll give you all the research it's found, the links to the specific articles it's referencing, and a whole bunch of things. Honestly, market research used to take the most time in your strategy campaigns. Now it's going to be saving you hours and hours when you do it this way. Once you've done that, you can start to ask AI to draft copywriting based on your audience pain points, their frustrations, their desires, and their goals. So once it does conduct that research, you can then start to ask AI with the right prompts to generate the right type of copywriting based on your brand voice, if you give it some references on what you've done previously and how you want to come across publicly. And you can then target the pain points and the frustrations and their desires from the research and cater copywriting exactly and specifically towards that. Once you've done that, you can also now use AI to design creatives based on the prompting and references you give it. So as we've seen recently, AI image generation has taken another level, especially with ChatGPT 4.0 being introduced and things like Kling AI. You can now create so much, different options of images and even video and animation style content that you have saved so much time on your creatives. And the best way I've found to do this is to give it as many references as possible. So if you have any reference images and things like that, upload that into the AI, give it a good prompt on exactly what you want, and it'll come up with amazing product images, other visualizations that you want, whether it be a theme, whether it be a product placement, anything like that. AI now does it probably better than a lot of the manual way that we used to do using software tools ourselves. And another very key factor in the new marketing is implementing automations to create variations and optimize the content for you. So now, rather than having to manually go through everything and optimizing and seeing what's working and what's not, you can actually create automations to do all of that assessment for you and start picking the best, test ads and everything like that, and then pushing the ones that are working more. And like I mentioned before, a lot of the big platforms are already going to be doing that for you. Like, the Advantage Plus campaigns that Facebook now has, the Performance Max campaigns that Google have introduced, now a couple of years ago. They're using AI to optimize the ads for you. But now you can do it even further using the right automation techniques. So what does this look like in an actual AI-driven marketing cycle diagram? You can see here, you draft the copywriting, we should start on this side. You conduct the research and use AI to gather audience insights. You then draft copywriting and create content based on audience needs from that research that you've already gathered and got an AI to help you with. You then will design the creatives and generate visuals using the AI softwares and tools that you have available. And then you can put them all together and implement AI automations to optimize your content with the specific prompts and automation applications that you connect together. So you can see here, it's a lot more hands-off from your end. If you give AI essentially the right prompts and you give it the right reference points on what it is about your brand, about your business, so it can understand you better, the results it can give you will be a lot more advanced than what we would have done through manual research and manual copywriting. There is still a time and place for that though. There's still a lot of things where you can put your own touch on it. You can still make your own copywriting techniques and implementing your brand voice. However, AI now can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you that we used to spend hours on before. So there's essentially 3 key areas of the new marketing, and that is AI prompting, automations, and AI software. So AI prompting is pretty self-explanatory. You can't just ask ChatGPT or Gemini or whichever LLM you choose to use. You can't just ask it basic questions like, write me 10 headlines for this ad. You need to be a lot more specific if you want better results. You need to give it context on your business, on your brand, on your voice that you're used to using in your content for your audience. Give it examples, give it references. That is how you prompt the right way, and that's how you get a better answer from the actual AI. Automations is like I was mentioning just before. It's where we're going to connect all the different applications that we use to do optimizations for us, to give us automatic results, automatic messages that you can then notify yourself based on daily results and daily statistics. And AI software is where you implement specific softwares that will help just overall improve your workflow. An example is this actual diagram that I've put together was done through using an AI software called Napkin. This is where I give it the prompts, I give it the information, and it creates a diagram and a nice looking, content piece for me. This is what I mean by using AI software. It speeds up your workflow. Now, the synergy of AI in modern marketing would look something like this at the moment. Obviously, this could change in the future as we're seeing it change so drastically. But there's 3 key areas as I mentioned. There's AI prompting, there's automations, and then there's AI software. AI prompting and automations will create intelligent workflows, put them 2 together. Now, if we go automations and AI software, it's going to create automated systems. That's how those 2 will link together. AI prompting and AI software will create creative platforms. So all of these three sections you can see work hand in hand together and will create your new AI marketing system. You need to have these three areas together to be able to give you the intelligent workflows, to be able to give you the automated systems that you're going to put together, and obviously help you with your creatives and the platforms that you use to utilize these creatives that you will generate using AI. These are the key areas you need to focus on in the new marketing approach. This is how you're going to be doing it with your business moving forward. This is how you're going to improve and scale your business rather than doing all of the manual work that we don't need to do anymore. Yes, like I mentioned before, there's a time and place for that. You still need to give your input, your personality, your touch. And at the end of the day, no one will know your business like yourself. But you can get it really close and let AI know as much as possible about your business, your previous results, your goals, and you can create a complete strategy for you based on everything that you're giving it. So this is exactly what I would recommend to do. This is what I'm implementing for myself. Like I said, 3 areas to focus on: get better AI prompting, implement the automations, and start to learn how to actually put together different applications to make them talk to each other, and pick a few good AI software tools that's going to help speed up your workflow based on what you do a lot of. So if you're someone who does a lot of video editing, pick a good AI software that will speed up your workflow for that. If you're someone who, like myself, creates a lot of visual diagrams and stuff, make sure you have a software in place that will help increase how quickly you can do all of that. So there's heaps of different softwares out there now, and there's many coming out every single week. So just do your research, figure out what will work for you, and integrate these 3 key areas to help scale your business. Make sure you don't get stuck in the old digital marketing ways, because now there's a new way to do it. There's a way that's going to help you grow faster, better, and give you the results that you're looking for. If you want to see an overview of the AI marketing approach called Vibe Marketing, click this video here to get a better understanding. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.